Chances are your pinch harmonics suck. You can't get them to ring, they sound dry, you've tried everything and nothing seems to be working. Right now, your pinch harmonics sound like this. But you're trying to get them like this. So in this video, I'm going to show you my 100% success rate method to easily play pinch harmonics in just 3 steps. Now, of course, like any technique on guitar, I really used to struggle with these. So here's the 3 exact steps I would take if I had to learn pinches all over again. First things first, to get your pinches to sound awesome, you need to understand how they work. Pinch harmonics are just like any other harmonic that you can find on a guitar string. There are certain points along the string that, when vibrating, the standing wave of energy has a net 0 amplitude. These certain points are called nodes, and they're not just on the 5th, 7th and 12th frets like you would have played before. They're actually all over the string in like so many different areas, especially above the pickup area past the fretboard, and that's where the pinch harmonics are, and that's where we're going to be focusing. These tiny harmonics are a lot harder to find than your typical 5th, 7th and 12th fret harmonics that you would have played before, which is why before you try perfecting your pinch harmonic technique, you actually need to take a step back and work on your guitar setup first to maximize the chance of that harmonic ringing out. And that's exactly what you're going to do for step 1. Optimize your setup for pinches. And how you're going to do this is you're going to turn all of your tone and volume knobs all the way up to 10, then put your pickup selector in the rear position, and then most important of all, add a little bit more gain and a little bit more treble to your amp settings. How you do this depends on your gear. For my amp, I just have to turn these knobs up. It's super simple. And this is the first thing you need to do before you start learning pinches. I really cannot stress this enough. When learning pinches, get your setup right first, and then you can actually work on the technique. Okay, so now that our setup is sorted, step 2 is to find the location of the harmonics. I'm now going to show you this step by step in detail, so make sure you have your guitar at hand so you can follow along. Okay, so first things first, put our left hand over the fretboard like this, and it's going to be between the end of the fretboard to maybe halfway between the end of the fretboard and the bridge. So from here to here, here to here, is where your pinch harmonics are going to be found. So left hand over the fretboard, and we're going to do this on a G string. The G string is just the easiest one for pinch harmonics to ring out on, and you're going to touch it lightly like you're playing a harmonic, like that. Now I need to preface this by saying it's not going to sound nice. Like trying to find pinch harmonics, it just sounds horrible. But basically, put your left hand over, and we're going to start at the top and then slowly go down and zoom in a little bit. And you're going to keep on doing that until you find one that just rings out. So let's keep on doing it then. Oh. So there's one. There's another one. And there's another one. So what you guys will actually find is there's actually multiple pinch harmonics around here. There's loads of them. Like, let me show you. Like, there's probably like one here, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, point is there's actually going to be multiple along here. So don't try to find all of them for now. You can work on that later, but just try to find one. Find one that rings out for now. Usually it's going to be a little bit higher up compared to like the ones down here. But try to find one pinch harmonic for now. So now that you've found one, you need to take a mental note, or even a physical note, but a mental note of exactly, and I mean exactly where it is. So this one, it's just above the little screw on my second pickup here. I mean, like, you need to be so precise with where your pinch harmonic is, because this is what it's all about. Playing the pinch harmonics and like finding the location of them, it's all about precision. If you're like a millimeter too high, like, obviously I get the best example ever, but like That's a millimeter too low. This is a millimeter too high. This is just right. There. Obviously, I mess up a little bit. I don't know the exact coordinates and the postcode of the pinch harmonics, but you guys get the idea. Key here is to just find one. Find one location of the harmonic where it rings out and know it well. Know exactly where it is. That's step 2, right? Now, let's go to step 3. If you're enjoying this tutorial and you're learning something, then definitely consider clicking on that first link in the description to book a free guitar lesson with me. Your dream song in 3 months or less is what I'm offering you guys. If this interests you and you want to finally take your guitar game seriously and reach your goals once and for all, head over to that link in the description and get your free lesson with me. Okay, so now that you've found the location of that harmonic, step 3 is right hand technique. So when it comes to the actual technique of playing pinch harmonics, there's only 2 parts. One is to know the location of the harmonic, and then the second part is just to play it. We've sorted out the location of the harmonic in the last step. Now we just need to execute that pinch harmonic. Of course, this is a lot easier said than done. Basically, how the technique works is you do a down pick while simultaneously touching the location of the harmonic with your thumb so that the harmonic still rings out. This all happens in a split second and you have to do it all in one motion. So let me show you how to play the note and touch the harmonic at the same time. And again, get your guitar at hand because you're going to want to pay attention to this. Okay guys, so as I just said, you literally have to play the note, and then as soon as it's ringing, you press the, or not press, but you lightly touch the location of the harmonic with your thumb. It's basically the same thing as like how we just did in the last step with your left hand, but instead you're doing it with your right thumb. And there's no slow way of doing this. You kind of have to do it all in one go, like all in one motion. First things first, hold the pick with like barely any pick showing. What I mean by that is you want to hold it like this. Like there's barely any pick showing. Can you see that? Like barely any of that, the tip of the pick. This way, there's a way higher chance of your thumb kind of hitting that location of the harmonic and the note and the harmonic to ring out. So when I know I'm going to do loads of harmonics, something like, I don't know, like a... I go from holding the pick like, can you see that? Kind of like this, to now I'm holding it like this. Barely anything showing, right? That's what you guys want to do, especially if you're starting off. Actually, oh yeah, put a finger on 4 on the G string. And again, we're still doing this all on the G string. It's just, I don't know why, but like, pinch harmonics, they just go well on this fret. They just ring out well. Just get a finger on 4 on the G. So, with barely any of the pick showing, we're going to go to the location of the harmonic, the exact location that we just found in the last step. So like it was right here. We're going to play, let me see if can I zoom in anymore? We're going to play there, and our thumb is going to lead through that. Can you see that? The location was here, exactly here. I'm going to play it, and my thumb is going to lead through, and I'm touching the string with like this, like the, can it focus? The side of my thumb right here. This is what it should sound like. It's going to sound horrible at first, and nothing might ring out. Like nothing could ring out at first. That's why you're going to move it up and down, just like the last step, until eventually you're going to find something that rings out. There's one. But just don't try to find, actually don't do what I just did. Don't try to find loads of harmonics. For now, just try to find that one you found in the last step. And you can do that by literally just moving it. There it is. Just do that by moving it very, very slightly up and down. I'm talking millimeters, guys. Literally tiny amounts. So guys, that's what you're going to do. You're going to keep on just going up and down till something rings out. And I can assure you, just keep on doing that for literally, it doesn't take long. like a few minutes, you have to go through the trial and error. There's no like breaking down or slowing down this technique or breaking it down into steps. You just have to go through the trial and error until eventually it's going to be sounding like this. So guys, keep at it. So just to recap this lesson, first thing I would do if I wanted to learn pinches is I would sort out my setup. I would put my volume and tone knobs all the way up to 10. I'll put my pickup selector in the rear position, and then add a little bit more gain and a little bit more treble to my amp settings just to make that harmonic ring out a bit easier. After that, I would find the location of at least one harmonic, and I'd do that by putting my left hand over the fretboard and keep on playing until I find one that rings out. After I've found the location, I'll do step 3, which is to work on my right hand technique. I'm going to keep on playing around that location and try to cut through the string and touch my thumb right on that harmonic, and I'm going to keep on doing that trial and error for about 5 minutes for 5 to 7 days straight, and by the end of 7 days I'm going to be shredding pinch harmonics. And that's exactly what I would do to learn these if I were to start from scratch. Here's my Instagram, follow me on there for more educational guitar content. If you guys want me to do any certain guides or tutorials on a certain technique or anything like that, please let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something, please leave a like and a comment. That'd be massively appreciated. Anyways guys, I hope you learned something today, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.